What's going on, man? It's your girl, TampaMystic, and we are broadcasting live on the Industry's Most Wanted podcast. Listen, it's been a really dope night, man, on Industry's Most Wanted, but it's not stopping there because I got another one of my favorite people checking in tonight, someone that I have a lot of respect for in this music business. He goes by the name of Joe Gifted. What's going on?
What they do? How you?
Hey, I'm good, man. Blessed and highly favored. Shout out to everybody checking in. Was good to show my face for a quick second, and it's all about this guy right here. Man, I wanted to say also, too, thank you so much for pulling up on Bigger Ranking tonight. He was so excited. He couldn't figure out who it was. I kept telling him, I said, I got somebody coming to pull up, somebody I know you like. And he's like, is it this person? I said, no, I ain't telling you who it is. When you got there, he's like, oh, man, that's my dog. He was so excited that you was there. So thank you for doing, man. That was true love right there. That was, gratitude. A lot of people, don't take the time to do that, as we just discussed.
Yeah.
So without further ado, man, give us that official introduction.
I go by the name of Joe Gifted. A lot of y'all might know me from the Water song.
Which we're going to play tonight.
I mean, if you're from Atlanta, you're from the real Atlanta, you've been knowing me for quite a while because I've been doing it for a long time.
That's right. You have been working for a long time. In fact, when I moved here back in 2013, you were one of the first people that I got familiar with. Shout out to Front Street. That's my dog.
Yeah, shout out to Front Street, my brother, man.
I don't even know if you remember, but like I did my birthday bash and everybody pulled up and you came through, and that was like back maybe 2014.
Yeah, that was a while back.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, and I was just like, that was like one of my first experiences of really meeting the real Atlanta. Like Shawty Low came through and turned up, in Front Street and a few other people, and I was like, man, I'm in love with this city.
Yeah, West Side for sure.
I just want people to understand your journey because they see what you got going on now. They see you making moves now. They see you putting out good music, but it didn't just pop up out of nowhere.
No, it took a lot of work. Like I was grinding for years. Like I never gave up on it. Kept going. You know what I mean? Kept networking. I just stayed in the mix.
And I want to talk about that like in depth if you're cool with that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to give people all your sauce, but I like to help people out too. You know what I'm saying? Because our OGs help us.
Exactly.
So not that you're an OG, but you get what I'm saying. You a young OG.
Yeah,
OG. Take us back, man. Like, when you first really started, thinking about music as a passion, where did it all come from? Like, what made you decide music?
It came from middle school. Like, I used to be a class clown, so I used to always joke people, joke on everybody. So we used to be in the cafeteria at lunchtime, and everybody used to beat on the desk and rap. And I used to come over there and just start joning on folks.
Yeah.
Like, being on the desk and being on the cafeteria table and rapping. And one day I was like, man, maybe I need to try this for real. Went home, I just started writing. Had a little pad at home. I started writing. I started recording on my grandma's little tape recorder. Recording it on there. So I was like, okay. I just started feeling like I was a real little rapper then. And I was like, okay. This pretty cool, you feel me? Kind of easy. Then once I got in high school, I kind of started taking it more serious in high school, though. Like I started really just, like, trying to do it for real, I was like, man, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to go all the way hard with it.
Facts.
Cause I really was a football player, but
okay.
It's like I started losing love for football. The older I got, it was like, especially when I got in high school, it was different because it was like I was so used to being the fastest player on the team or one of the fastest players on the team. And always being the good guy on the team that I get in high school is like everybody good now. Everybody right. Big and you feel me? They already familiar with these cats. So it's like, I'm just going to stick with this music.
Becomes a little bit intimidating at that point.
I'm just going to stick with the music, man. And when we did the talent show, and when I did the talent show in high school, because I was in a group with my bros, with Prophet and my brother Spud.
Oh, okay.
But when we did this talent show in school, and the whole school was like singing our song.
Man.
From then on out, it was up.
You knew at that point that this is what I need to be doing.
Right
This the move right here. And I love hearing people's journey. Shout out to everybody checked in. What's going on, y'all? We got Joe Gifted checking in. You know what I'm saying? Yes. One of the best doing it out here. I love hearing people's journey. Like you said, you was recording on your grandmama's little tape recorder. Like stuff like that. I love hearing them stories because people need to know that, hey, you really were doing this. You worked hard to get to where you're at.
Exactly.
Someone didn't just come along and say, boom,
Here you go.
Here you go. Like, you put the groundwork in and you worked hard to get where you're at right now today. Would you say that growing up in Atlanta helped with, you know, you being where you're at right now? Because Atlanta's a city where there's so much opportunity, especially in this music business.
Yeah, I feel like that because like, I've been here my whole life, and then I don't stay like all over the city.
Yeah.
So that kind of helped a lot too by
Meeting
my mama.
a lot of people.
Yeah, moving around. So I met a lot of people, and I already knew a lot of people. So it kind of helped me out a whole lot.
Right. So let's talk about, you know, some of the music that you did, you know, earlier on, and then we're going to, you know, fast forward to what you have going on right now. I know you said you was a part of a group like in high school and stuff like that. What made you decide, you know, to take it more the solo route?
It was one day we had a meeting with one of my cousins, my older cousin on my grandma's side. See, he dealt with like Musical, Nivea,
okay,
Jack and Edge. He used to manage all these people, like back like when they had everything going on. Then when they had their motion going,
right, like the 2000s and stuff.
He was managing them around this time, so it's like, and he was like, "Man, you should go solo, man." Woo, woo, woo. And I was like, "Nah, man, you just trying to take me away from the group." That's what I'm thinking to myself. Then it was like, okay, cool. It probably work quicker for me if I do go solo, because a lot of people probably don't want to invest into
multiple artists.
So it's like, then I was the only one out the group that like can sing too. So I rap and sing, and then I made beats. So it was like
multi-talented.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna try it out. I started trying it out. Then everything just started working out for me once I did that.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you have to make moves like that to see what works best for you. You did the group thing, you did the solo thing. The solo thing worked out better, so that just lets you know that's the route you need to take. Exactly. Not to say you can't do collaborations with other artists along the way.
Yeah, but my bros don't respected it though. They respected it, so that was a good thing about it.
No, that's a blessing right there, because sometimes people take that stuff personal and you can't.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? As we had this conversation,
about that.
You know, shout out to Boom Man was here earlier. Boom Man still booming. We were talking about, man, you can't take stuff personal. It's business at the end of the day. You know, so, you know, fast forward a little bit, you know, you've been in Atlanta, you've been making moves. You know, I think that everybody and their grandmama, not just here, and I know that because when I posted the flyer earlier with your song Water behind it, people that from back home in Tampa, a couple of them commented and said, "Oh, that's my song." So it's not a song that just, oh, it got famous here. Like, people were hearing it everywhere. Let's talk about that a little bit, and we're going to play it. You know, I know everybody loves hearing that song because it's just a whole vibe. Like, when you performed it the other night, people were singing right along with it. Exactly. They knew it word for word, man. How did that song come about? It's called Water with Front Street.
It basically came about, like I said, I got out August 8th, and then on August 30th, I was in the studio. After this event we had went to, I was forced to go to the studio. Basically, I didn't want to go to the studio this night. I went to the studio. I got in my little zone, you know what I mean? Me, Front Street, and one of the bros named Maui. He was actually on the record as well, but we had took him off because he felt like he didn't fit on the record. And, you know, some people be selfish. They won't even tell you that they don't fit on the record.
Listen.
They still try to squeeze on there.
Nah, for real. That was big for him to do that.
So, once I got in the booth, I had really nothing but family around me. When I been in the studio, I try to keep family around because I vibe better instead of me. Like, you won't come in the studio and see me with a bunch of dudes and a bunch of girls. And you're coming there, you might see my brother, both of my brothers, and probably two of my cousins or something like that. That's it.
I think you can be more creative when you have less people like looking over you.
Exactly. I don't like working with a lot of people in the studio like that. So I was just working and vibing. I come out the booth and my uncle and I'm like, that's it. But I pulled the beat up. The beat came from Tasha. Let me talk about that part. When I pulled the beat up, it came from Tasha, but I had already had the beat. But it was a beat I skipped over at the time. Cause I was like, it probably wasn't my vibe at the moment. But then I go back to it, like I had probably had the beat for like 2-3 months, I think. And I go back to the beat. It was in one of the packs she sent me. I go back to him like, boy, it be be him. I go in there, just start saying stuff to it, and my uncle then was like, that's it. But to me, I'm like, man, y'all capping. I go way harder than that. That ain't nothing. So next thing I know, like, I get Mercer to come mix it, mix the song. Like the next day, I think he mixed the song, and my uncle done just kept playing it back to back. And I was like, man, y'all killing me with this song. And I know it just grew legs. It went from that to me posting it on Instagram, and everybody started making videos to it. Once I put it on YouTube, they started sending me the videos in, and I'm like, dang, they rolling in left and right. And that's that. I just look up the song, just take all. It got 500,000 views and stuff. And I'm like, huh? How did I do that? It was crazy though.
Because you guys made a legendary song like that. To me, that's a song that's gonna be one of those ones that people walk in the club in 20 years and they'll still hear it.
Exactly.
I really, really believe that because it's just a dope record. Like I said, you know, you came through and showed love at with me and Bigger the other night, and people, when Baby Dre turned the music down, they were singing it word for word. How does that feel?
I mean, I can't even explain. Like, I get chills.
Yeah, I know you do. I get chills for you.
It make my adrenaline rush like even more. Like, it just make me more excited when I'm performing, especially when they sing the word for word. It'd be crazy because you got to think like where you come from, where you used to perform at open mics and nobody knew who you were.
Right.
They know you from a broom, from Mott, coming from block. They know who you were.
Right.
And to the point now, like, people that you don't even know, like, know nothing about singing your song word for word.
Man.
That means a lot. Like, it just show the growth. It show, like, I've been putting in that work.
So before we're going to listen to a part of it and, you know, let everybody on IG Live check it out because I know they're anticipating that. What would be there's a lot of independent artists checked in. I see you guys. Shout out to everybody checked in. Hello to y'all. Talk to the independent artists, you know, that are just really struggling to maybe get that song to take them to another level. Any tips, piece of advice, words of wisdom that you can offer them?
Yeah, just keep creating. Keep creating, stay creative. You know what I mean? And sometimes it be the song that we don't even like.
Right, like you said, you almost skipped over that beat.
It be the songs that we don't like, that the people like. You know what I mean? So just get you some different ears around you. You can't always go off the people around you neither. Cause they can be wrong sometimes.
Nah, for real. And also too, and I think you're going to agree with me on this. Shout out to everybody checked in. A great way to test your record is to go to the open mics and showcases.
Exactly.
Because you're in front of a crowd of a bunch of people that don't know you. You're going to see if they're vibing with it or not. If they all in their phones and turn their back to you, then that's not the song.
Exactly.
But if they over there nodding their head and they paying attention to you on stage, okay, you might be on to something.
And then again, it could be like the crowd too. See, it'd be certain songs for certain crowds. You might take that same record and perform it in front of a whole different crowd.
Right.
And they respond different. It's just like you had to try the record everywhere though. Like, and then don't just expect the record to pop overnight, because there's a lot of people expecting. It's some records that's going to do like that. They're going to pop like this instantly.
But rarely.
It's rare. But some records, you're going to have to get out there and put that grind in. You're going to have to get out there and do that footwork. You're going to have to be in the mix and be out here in the folk face. And
utilize every resource, like doing stuff like what you and I are doing right now. You know, going on IG Live, doing interviews, pulling up to events and networking. I know things are kind of crazy because of COVID. Like, it's piping back up again. But there's other ways around that, you know, exactly. Like utilize your social media, you know, like Boom Man said when he was here, like he tries to meet 10 new people a day. You might not always meet 10, you might meet 2, but 2's better than none.
Exactly.
Reach out to people, network, because you never know, like they might already know who you are and they just waiting for you to reach out to them, you know. So utilize your resources and I
feel like you had to do different every day, you had to do different things for different results. Right. Like, you can't do the same thing.
Or it's insanity, right?
Like I try to do something every day.
So give us like a quick example, if you don't mind. Like, okay, Joe Gifted wakes up on Wednesday morning, right? Like, where do you come up with? Do you think about it like days in advance, or that morning? Do you brainstorm?
Yeah. Okay, lately I think about like okay, so what I'm gonna do next week? I need to have this lined up for this day. This lined up for this day. I need to stay active every day. I have to do something every day, because sitting around ain't gonna get me nowhere.
Listen, with anything we do in life, we can't go to the gym once a month and expect to have a six-pack. I wish.
Exactly.
I wish it worked like that. But anything you want to see results with, your music, your business, your anything, you got to work at it every single day in and day out.
So I might set up podcasts for this day, podcasts for this day. Then after that, I might set up studio sessions where I'm going to write or I'm doing features.
Yeah.
After that, I might set something up where I'm just studying. You feel me?
Right.
Like I'm studying other genres and like listen to different music. You feel me? Just strictly cut out the rap and listen to other.
Yeah, because the thing about that is, music is a universal language. Maybe I don't sit around and listen to country all day, but I respect it.
Like I actually like classic rock.
Okay, I do too, because my daddy listened to it, so I grew up. I'm with
like
you.
Pink Floyd and the Police.
Oh, hold on now. Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, The Wall.
I'm sending SOS to the world.
That's my dog.
Hey. I hope that someone gets my message in the bottle.
Hey, a little comfortably numb. Let me tell you something. A little sidebar. That was my dad's favorite group, and it still is. Years ago, when I still lived in Florida, they were coming in concert to Tampa, and it happened to be around Father's Day, so I bought my dad tickets to go. And I didn't tell him. I just said, on this day, be ready to go. Man, it was the best experience ever, because just the concert and the vibe and the music and the sound and the light show, and of course there was a lot of gas in the air, and you know what I'm saying, it was a whole vibe, man. That's dope. That's crazy that you said, because they're one of my favorites too. They're so legendary. My dog, I knew I liked you. We resonate with the same music.
I listen to everything. I don't discriminate.
No, you can't.
If you just take the time out and listen, see, people be so caught up on the beats. I don't be studying beats. I'm more concerned about what you're saying.
Yes.
So if you just listen, it'll be like, darn, they saying the
deep.
same thing we're saying, but in their own way.
Period.
On a different style, you feel me? So you just had to listen.
Right. You got to open your ears and open your mind. And
that's the only way you're going to learn something. You listen anyway.
Nah, for real. Listen, I agree. So we about to get into this Water record and listen to it. And then we'll come back. We'll chat a little bit more. And then we'll listen to the record that you and Bigger Rankin did together. I know you got a busy schedule, so I don't want to keep you here all night, but I appreciate you coming through, man. So we about to get into this record. Go ahead and introduce it for us.
Oh, this is Throwback Thursday. Just playing. But yeah, this is Water, one of my hit records, man. The record just took off for me and started something for me. I started something big for me. A lot of y'all might be familiar with it. Some of y'all might not be familiar with it, but this is Water right here, produced by Tasha Couture and my boy Trey Beats, featuring my brother Front Street.
Hey, let's get it.
Industry's most wanted.
Hey, hey. Do you hear me now?
These whole thirst, need water, wrist gang, home water, net peaks, home water.
Fuck it up.
These whole thirst, need water, wrist gang, home water, net peaks, home water. Stay down, you come up, in that order. It's been a long time, long grind, time to shine, gotta get rich. Fuck these niggas, fuck you bitches, ain't got time for y'all bullshit. I want a big bag, big house, big stash, a lot of cash. Kids straight, fam straight, I ran it up, you know I get a lot of that. Fam straight, kids straight, rent pay, got it on my 10K. New look, tip fade, bad bitch with me, yeah, Kim K. Money call it, pick up a jump man, 23 MJ. I ain't going back to jail, that's a no, I'm a Kim Bay. These hoes thirsty, need water, wrist gang, home water, net peaks, home water. Stay down, you come up, in that order. It's been a long time, long grind, time to shine, gotta get rich. Fuck these niggas, fuck you bitches, ain't got time for y'all bullshit. I want a big bag, big house, big stash, a lot of cash. Kids straight, fam straight, I ran it up, you know I get a lot of that. Hey, pockets on, extra full, no shit, I ran it up, you know I get a lot of that.
Hey. Man, listen, that is such a dope record, bro. Like, it's a hit forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's one of them songs that people are just gonna play all the time. Like, it makes you like, if somebody's in a bad mood, that's gonna put them in a good mood.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what you listen to. You wake up every morning.
Right. It's going to get you prepped for the day, and it's going to put you in good energy and good vibes. You know what
Most
I'm saying? Let's just talk about, what you got going on right now. Like, for people that are tuned in, checked in, what can they expect? It's a brand new year, 2022. What can they expect from Joe Gifted?
More music. Expect to see like me more. I'm going to be more active like this year. I got to be. It's like, I took a little break off or whatever. I really had to get myself together, get my mind right.
Yeah. And
then not even just that, be like, people don't be understanding. It's more than just doing music. Like, you got like the business side to it too.
And then of course you got to still have a balance with your personal life too.
Exactly.
Family, kids, significant others. Like, it'd be a lot to balance everything.
And then like sometimes things can get difficult when you try and do everything by yourself, thinking you could do everything by yourself, but really you can't. Like, you need some type of help, you feel me? So
people talking to you on there too, man. They leaving you messages and stuff. Like, that's the thing, you inspiring people.
Yeah, that's why I do it for. Like I said, it's bigger than money. I mean, even though I like making money, I want to make money out of my music. Love making money out of my music, but I like inspiring people too, though.
Listen, I think that's why you and I resonate with each other, because I'm the same way. Like, yeah, I want to make money, but honestly, like, my peace of mind means more than anything. And I would rather help people than, be this big famous person. I don't want that. I don't want that big fame, to be honest. I want to be able to still go to the grocery store and not be mobbed.
I just said that this other day.
Like, I want to be a regular person with some money. Not, you ain't even got to be the richest person.
I just said that the other day. That's crazy.
See, we resonate. Before we get up out of here, man, again, I appreciate you so much. Like, Joe Gifted is one of the realest people that I've met in this business, hands down. Like, when I asked you to come through and surprise Bigger, it was no questions asked. You're like, I'm
no
there.
Problem.
Boom, I'm there. You performed, you turned up, you made the whole night a special night, and I really appreciate that. So, thank you.
I appreciate you for having me. Like,
Man.
even asking me.
Of course.
I appreciate that.
Well, see, I'm about to ask you again while you're right here. So, coming up in March will be my 10 years for Industry's Most Wanted. I launched Industry's Most Wanted. I won't get into this long and drawn out, but 10 years ago, I started as a mixtape series. So I dropped my very first Industry's Most Wanted mixtape 2012 March, right? And then I developed it into my showcases, my podcast, everything else. So I got my 10-year anniversary coming up, and I would love for you to come through again, man.
Let's do it.
That would be so dope.
I'm with it.
That's dope. Y'all heard it right here. You know what I'm saying? And the other thing we got to do too, man, is get you on the cover of my magazine, The Grind Report. Me and my business partner, we have a magazine called The Grind Report. We got to get you on the cover.
Oh, let's do it.
Can we have you bless the cover?
I can bless the cover.
Okay. It's my dog, man. Before we get out of here, I know I got it pinned in there, but is there any other platforms that they can follow you and keep up with you on, or are you mostly on Instagram?
Dave's skills are funny. He talking about you still can't go to the grocery store.
Listen.
He most definitely right, though. You can't.
Nah, for real. You like, hey, you be pulling up. Shoot, we went walking one day. We was in the middle of nowhere, and some dude out there fishing talking about, Tampa? Is that you? I'm like, what? Yeah, that's crazy. But where anywhere else they can keep up with you?
Instagram, Joe_Gifted. Just Google me, man. Joe Gifted. Like, Spotify, everywhere, bro. That's all you got to do. Just put my name in, and y'all can find me like that.
That's right. Please
Joe,
believe it.
J-O-E, Gifted.
That's right.
It's only one of me, so you know what I mean?
Yeah, ain't no one else gonna pop up. Right. Next thing, I always love to pay homage to people, because it's important that we show love. And you ain't gotta, tell everybody, because I know there's a lot, but any couple people that you want to just say, shout out to, show love to?
Shout out to the whole West Side. Shout out to my wife. She on the phone. Look at her. I say, hey,
hey.
y'all.
She should be sitting here with us.
Man, y'all go check out my little bro BHMPs and Profit. Check out Hollywood YC. I mean, yeah, man, just everybody, man, the whole West Side. Really,
anybody
man.
supporting the movement, and
everybody,
and that's so. I'm gonna tell you something too, not to get too personal, but I think it's so beautiful and a blessing that you have a wife that supports what you got going on, because this business is tough when it comes to that, because we have to stay on the move all the time, right? So that's a beautiful blessing. So shout out to her. I wish she was here. I'm waving at her. Hope she can see me. Last but not least, man, you are live and direct on the industry's most wanted podcast with your girl TampaMystic. I got Joe Gifted in the building. So the last thing I need to know, man, what makes Joe Gifted the industry's most wanted?
Shout out having balls. He the industry most wanted. I'm telling you, check his hard drive. If the police get his hard drive, he doing Fed time. Most wanted, I'm telling you.
Facts, man. Well, listen, we're gonna close it out. You know, you got this record with the OG. Let me bring it up real here. It's called Bustin' Moves, featuring Bigger Rankin. You know, how did you and Bigger Rankin? You ain't tell us real quickly how you guys came together on this song.
I basically did the whole project. Me and Bigger Rankin got a whole project together called Gutter and Gifted. It's like I'm giving them both for me in one. So we got the project done. I had the project done for a little while. I sent it over to Bigger, and Bigger did what he did on the record. But I feel good about the record though.
It's dope. I'll tell you, Bigger, like he makes some of the most legendary intros, right?
Yeah, like it's like it just be so motivational, like it's just uplifting. Everything he say on there, I was like, don't it fit right with what I'm talking about on this song?
Facts. Shout out to the OG, man. I had a long conversation with him this morning, and he that's how I like start my day, is talking to him, because he just always uplifts me. So, man, once again, appreciate you coming through. This is my bro right here, Joe Gifted, one of the realest out here doing it. Make sure you guys follow him on social media, tap in with him. Without further ado, man, go ahead and introduce this record. We're gonna get into it.
This record right here is called Bustin' Moves. Featuring Bigger Rankin, the OG.
The OG.
Triple OG.
He is a triple OG. Y'all stay tuned for it, man.
Real nigga radio. You got to make plays to win the game, young nigga. You will never start a movement posted in a corner. Joe Gifted, talk to him. Wake up, bust a move. I'm having something to do. I ain't got nothing to prove, but I got a whole lot to lose. Niggas got so just like hoes. I just wanna count my dough. Why you think I stay on the go? No, the niggas ain't on the low. I ain't a fool who you think you fooling, man. They might accept all the flaw shit that you doing, but dog, I ain't cool with that. Cool guy, trying to keep my cool, I'ma end up losing that. Lil' mama how when it got me upset. I never thought about moving back. I come equipped when tools attached. We were just chicks trying to come up quick. Spud moving packs, had to get used to that. If we go broke, why we come back up? We know what to do from scratch. I'm missing some screws, some of them cigarette loose. I gotta screw them back. Wake up, bust some moves. I'm having something to do. I ain't got nothing to prove, but I got a whole lot to lose. Yeah. Niggas got so just like hoes. I just wanna count my dough. Why you think I stay on the go? No, the niggas ain't on the low.
Y'all was just with, we was with.
Yeah, I was with him yesterday. My boy.
Niggas got so just like hoes. I just wanna count my